What's up? I'm back. This is another segment of my health series. This one I'm going to talk about coconuts, coconut water. When you start really talking about coconuts, probably maybe it's definitely top 5. One of the most powerful things in nature you could deal with. No question about it. Now they say coconut is really a fruit. Really like it's not really a nut. It's really like a fruit. It's like it's really like a big seed. It's the biggest seed in the plant kingdom. There's some people who, even though they can't prove it, they used to nickname it the fruits of the dinosaurs. Now they say coconuts only go back 50 million years, 60 million years. Dinosaurs way before that, but just shows you how old that fruit is. It's powerful because, I mean, I don't even have to sell you it too much. Coconuts are starting to become very popular now. In certain countries in South America and Asia, you don't even have to sell this. This is known. But I would just say this. You know, in some countries in World War II, when they didn't have plasma available, they actually put coconut water in the IV and used it as plasma because it's the closest thing in nature to plasma, and it works almost the same. It's like getting a blood transfusion. So imagine when you're drinking that, it definitely has a certain power that most people don't really realize. In a lot of ways, even when you get past that, it helps. It has a lot of elements, minerals in it like calcium. And in a sense, because it has calcium and stuff like that, and magnesium, it actually ends up being better than sports drinks, and it actually rehydrates you better than sports drinks do. I mean, not that sports drinks are good for you anyway, but coconut water in some ways, if you don't count the calories, and I guess I'm not into that calorie stuff either. Counting calorie stuff is really more if you're taking a lot of animal fats. But once you get past all that, there are people who say coconut water is better for you than even water. It's like it has an enzyme in it that's like mother's milk. Right, and in a sense, there's some people who say that's the mother's milk of the planet. So when you start drinking the coconut water, you start seeing how it's antibacterial, antifungal, and what happens is that, for instance, in the Philippines, which has some of the most, it produces some of the most abundant coconuts in the world. There are parts of the Philippines where the people have never caught a cold. Why? Because all they do is drink coconuts and eat coconut and eat the jelly, and use the milk and use the oil. Because it's a complete food like that. Even in Aryan Indian language, I'm butchering the word like Vapa Shakia. I'm butchering the word, but it means it's coconut. That's how they translate it, and it means the tree of everything. Because basically, when you ingest that, it has almost as a complete food. So in a sense, you can basically live off that for long periods of time. So coconut water is something that's it's important for people to have because in essence, really, it actually even kills the bacteria in your stomach, but in a way where certain stuff like garlic kills all bacteria. Coconuts tend to just kill certain type of bacteria, so the bacteria that are actually harmful, which is important because sometimes when you take certain stuff, like for instance, honey is a medicine that is good. It actually kills bacteria too, but just like garlic kills all bacteria. So honey really was supposed to be taken when you're sick, not all the time. That's a difference that most people don't really realize. Coconut water, for whatever reason, everything, you can take it all the time. So it has a lot of advantages that other types of medicine don't even have. And the thing is, you could drink it, and you could eat the jelly, and and out of jelly, sometimes they make coconut milk. And in that sense, that's even better than regular milk. This is not really about coconut milk, but it just tells you how many uses the coconut has. And we're not even talking about magic. That's a whole other story. We just talk about the health benefits for it now. So coconuts are definitely something that you should all look into. If I were you, I would try to get it. First of all, there's a lot of fake coconut products. So if you see sugar, if you look at the back and it has any other ingredient, don't even take it. Don't even drink it. If you see they put sugar in it, don't even take it. If you can, now I notice in the stores they're selling the real coconuts now. If you get that, it's cool. If you're not, just get the product to say 100% coconut. And when they say 100% coconut, you can see if you just drink that once a day, you see a big difference right away because it even rehydrates your cells. That's the reason why it rejuvenates you so well, because your cells need oxygen. It actually gives your cells oxygen. There's so many uses for coconuts. It's not even funny. In a lot of ways, though, definitely when you go in and buying it, definitely if it's they add sugar or you see any other ingredient, it's not coconut anymore. Your body's not going to recognize that as coconut water, and it's not effective. And in a lot of ways, that's going to be important because everybody's into the coconut craze right now. Even because, you know, I test a lot of different companies out. So you have like Zico, which is popular against Vita Coco. Zico, good, but they have some concentrate. So I don't even know what coconut concentrate is. I won't even pretend to know, but it's not coconut water. When you taste it, it tastes okay, but it's not coconut water. So what you really want to do is get as pure as you can. And if you're not used to drinking coconut water, just try and start. Drink it here and there and get used to the taste. Because if you're not really used to it, it might taste a little different. But coconuts, it's definitely something that you want to try out. You know, I nickname myself the coconut shaman because it has so many uses besides health. It has a lot of magical uses too. But we're not going to get into that in this video. But the health benefits are really numerous. And it's something that I consider you have to ingest that now. There's no question. That's one of those things that, you know, I think is actually more powerful than even alkaline water. And for me, I just, you know, it's hard to really prove which one is stronger, but I'm just a nature guy. I look at coconut water as alkaline water that Mother Nature herself produces. And realistically, if you're in the island, or like in a third world country that has coconuts in abundance, I would say this: the young coconuts are better for you than the adult coconuts. So that's one thing that I would say. The young coconuts are more alkaline than the adult coconuts. The adult coconuts taste better. Well, it's funny how it goes. If you're into coconuts, the adult coconuts taste better. The young coconuts, in my opinion, have more of a neutral taste. Because it has more of a neutral taste, somebody who's not into coconuts might actually prefer the young coconuts. Depends. But there's no question the young coconuts are more alkaline. So it be more alkaline is better for you. Not saying that adult coconuts are not good, but if you can, try to get some young coconuts and drink water from that if you're in those environments that has abundance of coconuts. So coconut water is something that we all should should take a look at. Even if you don't drink it, at least research it, and you start to see how powerful it really is as a medicine. So until next time. Oh, and by the way, before I leave you, I have to say, hit me up on Facebook, Siris King on Facebook, and also on Twitter @Siris King. On Twitter, I'm going to start having like health updates. So throughout the day, I'll give some health tips. So if you're on Twitter @Siris King, look me up, check me out. So till next time, peace.